Alright, let's see if I can narrate this and show you how I tie the Goldie. I start with brown thread. I'm using 12/0 7 needle there. Start hook, wrap it back a couple wraps there, get rid of the excess, and then I take my gold pencil, take enough out for the gold pencil to tie in, set it on top of the hook, couple wraps forward, and I'll tie it all the way close to the end of the hook there. Couple quick loops to the top. Put that back on the bobbin, get it out of the way. I'm going to wrap the gold pencil. And try to keep it tight wraps close to each other. I'm going to stop there, and you can see I've got a little space there in between the dot and the eye of the hook where I stopped. The body there. Couple of wraps to tie that off. Clip the excess. And I'm going to add a few more wraps to this. And kind of go over the body a little bit. I did have my deer hair out here. Okay. I'm going to take my deer hair and see if I can show you this. I'm going to take a clump of it, fairly good clump, looks about right. Clip it off as close to the bottom or the base of that patch as I can. Now, I'm not sure if you know this, but deer hair has some kind of like fine dubbing. It's got some stuff in there. I'm going to kind of separate that or spread it out a little bit. Then I'm going to brush that dubbing stuff out of there. You can see it coming off, and the excess deer hair comes off. Do it a couple more times and get all that out of there, those fuzzy fibers. Once I get that done, you don't need to, but I like to kind of trim it, make a straight line. Oh, get it in there. Now, this is going to be the top of my fly. Actually, I'm going to be cutting down on. And I want enough to where I can cut down on. So I'm going to give it that whole length right there and tie it. I'm going to go a loose wrap just to where it goes down over the hook. I'm going to kind of pull it a little bit to spread it out, and then I'm going to leave my line going back through. Weave it out, tighten it a little bit more. I'm going to stop. I'm not cutting nothing. I'm not cutting that. I'm not cutting anything. I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to wrap it in back of it as tight as I can. I'm pulling up on it each time. Not sure if you can see that. That's very seldom that happens. Pull the rat out of ice. Lucky me. Clamp that back in the vise. We'll pull up on that, and I'm going to do it one more time, kind of like a parachute. I'm going to wrap around that. I'm going to keep pulling up on this, and I'm going to come in front, and I'm going to wrap it. I'm going to wrap it tight, right up against that deer clump, deer hair patch or whatever. Wrap that tight. As you can see, I got a pretty good head there. I'm actually going to take a few more, another small pinch of deer hair. I'm going to tie it in the same way. Kind of brush that out a little bit. I'm going to pull all this back. Lay it right up against there. Hold on to it. And I'm going to a light wrap and get it, a couple wraps and get it tight in there. Pull all of that back. Now you can see I'm right next to the head of the eye of the fly, or the hook. I'm going to wrap the heck out of that and kind of tie it in there, tight, right up against that deer hair. And that's pretty good head right there. So we'll stop there, and I'm going to whip finish. Not cutting nothing yet. And I'm going to whip finish this off. 4 or 5. Pull that tight. I'm going to do another one, 2 or 3 wrap, whip finish. Pull that tight. I'm going to go ahead and clip it off, and thread off. Now, I'm going to take all the deer hair and pull it straight up. I'm going to grab I'm sorry my fingers are in the way, but I'm going to grab my scissors and hold on to this, and I'm going to angle my scissors downward, high in the front, and almost looks like I'm going to clip the hook and cut all of it off. Then I go back in here and trim off the excess, roll it over, trim it close to the head, close to the body. Then I'll take a little dab of UV glue. I'll do the underside right there. A little bit on top. I'm going to hit it with the light. And that's the Goldie. The ticket is when you grab that deer hair and tie it in, don't clip this back part off. Use the whole deer hair and pull it up like you're just tying a parachute and tie it around. It ties it in very nicely, and you don't get no bulk on the fly at all. Your bulk is the only thing is your tinsel, gold tinsel. Hope this helped you out.